this and other stories them the program for you. Plus we talk to Osman Timbo, we been APC representative the tripartite committee for can talk about the work during that 10 day and also discuss other issues them we get for do with the amended 1991 constitution as in one of the people we be in a parliament yesterday. For sake of that, I want to welcome the program. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, Radio Democracy, and good morning, Sierra Leone.
And do not forget, they listen to we live on the internet on www.radiodemocracy.sl and also our Facebook page, and also they get you on YouTube and through Salon. Through we partner community radio stations them, they listen to we throughout the country. And as I mentioned earlier, we talk to Osman Timbo inside the program today, where they can talk about the role we even play during the APC tripartite negotiation and also the amended 1991 constitutions. Once again, good morning.
Good morning,
It's been a while. The last time we've been getting, even there for talk about you flag bearer aspiration at the All People's Congress APC party. You still get aspiration there?
Yes, absolutely. And my primary intention actually not for talk about that. But since you bring other issues and maybe in a public figure, I'm also willing for talk about the issues where you mentioned.
We did look at the issues then but look at how far you don't go since that then they will be last host you on this. The last host you say you consult. It's still on the consultation or consultation done though?
So the last time when I host me, I talk about consultation. Then the next time I come for information on how I've been going. That 10 day again, I've been get technical problem and then the studio not be work. But notwithstanding, I don't make a lot of progress. I don't phase 3 of this. You're aware that I will not launch on the 1st of May 2025. And I don't do a lot of consultations now across the country with the delegates. In fact, this past weekend, I do the last district will be left. So I've completed phase 1, phase 2. And this is now phase 3 of my engagement. And this phase 3, the media engagement for brief people on me work so far, as well as for talk about my vision for national renewal for Salon. I've put together 10 points or 10 pillars vision for national renewal, and I hope we will get a chance today also for talk about that.
We get enough time for making you discuss some of the things but you talk about phase 1, phase 2. Take we out phase 1 being talek and within the phase 1 and the phase 2.
So phase 1 have been the first resignation, and phase 2 being phase 1 have been resignation, resignation, consultation, declaration, and media engagement. That was phase 1. And afterwards, phase 2 was actually going across the entire nation now for me to the delegates across every district, as well as also going on the diaspora, particularly the United States of America, one of the biggest districts, for also hold consultations there. So all of that I have done. And this is phase 3 now, when at the media engagement, while the lower level elections to commence.
If they talk about meeting delegates, somebody they listen to you now go ask, the APC don't get delegates?
Yeah, so the APC has delegates.
Okay.
Yes, we always get delegates,
Ahead of the delegates conference.
Yeah, so we always get delegates, but we'll get for start a new election for delegates. The present delegates, the mandates they expire after 3 years. And that 3 years, they come to an end very soon. But notwithstanding, because they are the, how do you call them, the stakeholders within the party, you have to talk to them, express your interest as well as hear from them. Because I always don't maintain that not to make the solutions to Salon's problems. All I even start for pretend as if I know everything about the APC. All I not pretend as if I know every situation and problem an opportunity within every district in the nation. So that's why I've been feeling it's important for meet with them and talk to them. At the same time, this is not the end. I just told you it's phase 3. This can go up to phase 6. So I only talk about this 3rd phase and I will not go to the next phase for now.
Okay, you talk about engaging delegates, about your intention for vying for the flag bearer shape now the APC party. Have the consultation with the delegate Metalek?
Absolutely good. Like I say, I call them consultation because I didn't go there for ask them for me and support me. One person will always don't say I believe that power comes from God, and that whoever God wants to make the leader of the APC and the leader of this nation, now God they choose them. The way to leadership in our state, God now know and he can always hide them power. So for me, once I go to those places, about more listening, about creating relationship. Creating bond with them people. Yeah. So whether they return as delegates or they not return as delegates, the important thing is that these guys have suffered with the APC. These guys know the story of the APC. These guys have felt the pain of the theft of the 2023 elections. So it's good for talk to them. So by that consultation, what I do, I don't get a lot of ideas on how they operate today, how the situation and that them placed and they then say don't get for understand me. And I will tell you, say the engagement were really, really positive, and it don't give me total confidence that I will emerge victorious at the next National Delegates Conference.
In summary, the consultation are for seek approval from the APC members, them or that way they're concerned. Is that the case?
I don't understand.
Is it the consultation?
Yeah.
Would that be the thematic area of farm? Is it that you seek approval or you seek their consent?
No, I just tell you, it's not about seeking approval. It's not about seeking consent. And this tie with the question you asked before that if APC get delegates, and I told you yes. But it doesn't necessarily mean these delegates are the same people who will go to the convention. Even though I believe a lot of them wants to, they're still vying for various positions them. And if all goes well, they are likely to win, even though it's a democratic contest. So the engagement was not just going to seek their consent or their approval. It was more understanding them and made themselves understand me properly. Yes, they know me as the Deputy National Secretary General. I've engaged a lot, maybe at the top level. For example, in some districts, I mean the district chairman, them in other places, I mean the constituency, chairpersons, women's leaders, and youth leaders or veteran leaders or secretaries. But beyond that now, for understand everybody when I delegate, if they need me for go to the various districts here for talk to them, for make I understand them and then self understand me.
What are the level of acceptance?
I think I'm a likable person, yeah. I don't want to talk about that too much, but I want to tell you that I'm very confident that I'm going to emerge as the winner of this.
So why do you think, say, what do you think about the confidence from your side, where you think, say, you go emerge for be the winner for the flag bearer race at the APC party? Because you get a lot of other people who don't show interest.
Simple, because I'm a winner, and I have shown it before. Of all the under the contest, so I think Kanamido win election with the highest votes ever within the APC. I'll tell people that I don't contest and win more election than anybody else who don't put himself forward in this race. So if anybody for talk about in confidence, make him talk about, and I also get data for proof, say I have done it before.
You get a data for proof and say you don't do them before. We get a recent survey IGR do about likability and electability of delegates or aspirants from both the APs and the SLPP. And you don't see that survey and what you make up of them.
You said it's a survey, and I also think on TikTok I see a small clip where even the person who do the survey actually talk about the limitations of a survey. And I think what people need to understand that, or even them, even though he put a disclaimer, because himself or many people don't understand how party politics or election of flag bearer they work. This is not a general election or presidential election. This is not a targeted election. There are 1,851 people or thereabout will get to be part of this process, not to the millions of people across the entire nation. And with my experience over the years, for the past 15 years being in politics, I don't know how to reach out to those people. I know how to engage them. That apart, I'm not sabi noise politics. I'm not somebody who does a lot of noise. But I'm sure if you were here in 2018, you saw what I did, and nobody saw it coming. And if you hear about the 2023 APC National Delegates Conference, and the people who were in the inside there, they know what you do. Even though no one saw me coming, with all the challenges we happen, I came out there of a total of 1,600 and so delegates. I got 1,373. However, that number not necessarily means say those same people will vote for me for be flag bearer. They were confident for vote for me for be Deputy National Secretary General, but are not fool for even think say this will translate.
And some of these surveys, do not think say they change perception about people about waiting they happen, like this survey we then pull with the flag bearer race, who said them being points one of the aspirant them way na Jagaban say he is leading.
Like I said earlier, that survey is to who? You know, and 24 hours is a very long time in politics. And like I said, I don't dare long. I don't win a lot of elections. And me win elections not start now. I don't start for win elections from my school, the grammar school. I've never lost any election in my life, and I'm very confident that I will win this. Not so because of just me sabi, because I feel maybe God put something in me where ordinary likability. I think that's one thing where I know I carry. I want to accept that it is not because of what I know. It is not because of the way I play the politics, but something where God just put in me. You know, in Islam we call it nur, the light, you know. So maybe that's what's carrying me, and even also the way I'm comporting myself. So tendency all they don't bring me to Osaya Day, but that survey for me, that's the survey. Depends on who I ask the questions. Maybe of 100% of that survey, I doubt if 1%. Well, the person who do the survey and I need for come and ask. Maybe that question should have been asked in the questionnaire, whether the person will ask question now a delegate. Because we're not talking now about flag bearer. Sorry, about presidency. Presidency is in 2028. That's the election. So the focus should have been on flag bearer for 2026 rather than who that the people of the nation want for be elected as president. We not get to that point yet. So I feel even the survey was missing the point by going for ask people who that they want for to be president. It's only somebody who feel like this is the time for talk about presidency. And I go talk about that and I go survey that party. For now, we're vying for the leadership of the APC. Even when the person win, it will become the leader of the party. It will only become a flag bearer when the term reach for lead and contest, or with ECSL as it is now, as it is named now, actually announce with a call for nomination for flag bearer.
What do you make up of other delegates or aspirants them with show interest in this flag bearer?
I have tremendous respect for them. Interestingly, many of them are people I don't sabi even before politics. Some of them we attend university together. Some of them are family members to me. Others them in politics I meet them. The others that them bring me into governance, as in that they employ me. The time where I come and join mainstream governance administration in 2014. So I have very, very good relationship with them. Also, I'm the youngest amongst them, so they see me as their small brother. Others then see me as their nephew, which I accept. And I don't try to reach out to all of them. Well, the one that was Sabi, I don't try to reach out to them. And we got a very, very good relationship. They see me as one harmless person, so I think I have a very good relationship. And I also want to categorically say that these are all good people. Anybody will win at the end of the day, that person will make a good president if they win the election. At the same time, I want to make them very clear that me na one person where, if not to me, God choose, I will be one of the first people for lift whoever God choose in hand up. So, at the same time, I want to say, if I happen to be the person we win, me go be also the first person for reach out to the one that will not win, for sure, then say we are all victors. And that.
Saying you are the youngest, how old did you now?
40.
40 years. It seems like here by Mahmoud, una go the at par. Una go be the youngest.
Not necessarily. By Mahmoud, I think on TV programs say he's 45. I think Ibrahim Bango is 45. Adi should be around 47, 48. So there are many people in their 40s, others in 50s, and I think a few in their 60s.
Still back, let's take it back to the survey where IGR do.
Right.
You describe the survey as missing the point because you are not the focus now on the presidency of the country, but rather the flag bearer race.
Right.
But according to one way we do this survey, it kind of serve as a baseline for show us to give a projection or picture of the candidates them, now the two major parties them, and the one way perhaps most popular among the people them. Is it that because of your name not found in the list of those who may come up at the top list, make you describe the survey as a missing point?
No. Let me also say that I totally respect the person who did this survey as well as the survey. But I also did say that maybe when I say missing the point, that the question should not have been about leading the nation. It is too premature for that. The question is, you have to target those who are actually decision makers at that point. In a limited election of 1,800 or so delegates. Like I say, I believe, or maybe I assume, say, 99% of those people are people who will not be in that room to make that decision. So if you just go ask anybody in a street, from what they say, now we're controlled by social media, now we're controlled by what they see. So some people fall for what they see on the streets. Okay, there's this person who's so loud, he's doing things. There was a time where I can do this. This what I do, I can do it. People who were there saw my declaration. You were around, you see the crowd were pulled. So if it's about getting crowd out, I can do it. That same crowd who they dance for one person now, that same crowd they can dance for me. Let people not forget about, I think people forget too quick. Before Dr. Samoa Kamara go to the convention in 2017 and he was elected, even though he was foreign affairs minister, minister of finance, bank governor, etc., people ask the question, you Sabiam? But at the end of the day, in my life in politics, I not ever see possible. I not one day seen in my life crowd, Lady Wawa, CBN, Dr. Samuel Kamara. So it just shows that the timing wasn't right for talk about the presidency. In fact, it's infradig to the post where occupied the seat at the moment.
But according to the IGR, this is something where they get discussion with people where they consider for be supporters of the two major parties and before this report they come out, then discuss with the management of the two major parties
Like I tell you, it's not wrong. When I say missing the point, and I don't want to make this conversation be around IGR. I respect them, I respect the person who leads them, but at the same time, like I said, this report not get anything for do with what is happening now. You say you talk to supporters. Do you know if these supporters are even members of the APC? We're talking about a limited number of people, a targeted number of people. How many? Maybe another ask for me and IGR sit down and discuss this. But Una ask IGR of these people, how many we then know say are members first of the APC? Secondly, how many we then know say are delegates of the APC? You just said they said supporters. Anybody can be supporter of anybody, but when the time comes, when you want to talk about electability, now when you give people the option, President Bill, Dr. Samoa Kamara, who do you want? So you put these two people, that's where the electability comes. Or even with we now. So when you talk to the delegates, how it would have been correct now if you meet the delegates themselves, the present delegates, and say, of these 20 people, who do you choose? Or you just go ask them who do you want. Some might not even know who do the people that way they want.
Okay. Honourable, you now one of the aspirants them. What in are you unique selling proposition? What make you different or what make you sellable amongst your colleagues them?
I always want to say I don't feel I'm different. I feel like how you say unique selling qualities. In an open book. Also new quantity in the sense Salon don't sabi me no so today. On all way there, if you don't ever see me, maybe another year about me, another year about my story. I don't go in this country. People know me school record, people know university days, people know me from when I start for practice as a free lawyer. People know how I rise up to how I rise through the ranks for get to this point. And with all that, people not ever point and say Osman Timbo not been this corrupt person, Osman Timbo not this wayward person. I think I've led my life with integrity, with humility and the fairness for God. More so also, I think over the years I don't get unique experience where I think I may one can boast of the experience in terms of working with all the three arms of government. That is the judiciary as a lawyer, an officer of the court, with the executive as a legal advisor in the presidency, as well as a commission member for the National Privatization Commission, and with the judiciary with the legislature as a member of parliament, where they don't elect for 2 terms. Additionally, outside the national government and governance structure, I also don't serve my political party from youth level and at all levels. I don't be deputy youth leader and acting youth leader for the Western area, the national executive secretary for the youth league of the party. I also don't be a member of parliament, meaning I'm a constituency executive member, district executive and regional executive member. I don't serve the legal team of the party, as well as I don't be the principal draftman for the constitution of the party, the 2022 constitution, as well as I don't serve as a national deputy secretary general of the APC. So at all levels I have served. I know the APC. I know the people of the APC. I know the aims, ideals, and philosophy of the APC, as well as I understand from a technical standpoint the way how government work.
How much delegate APC get in total?
I just tell you it's about over 1,800.
Over 1,800.
Right.
If we are going to pull today, how much Timbo will get out of that 1,800?
It will be silly for me to answer that question because
in your consultation and how much you think you will get?
I'll tell you, in lower level elections they come. They are present delegates, but it doesn't necessarily mean that these same delegates will be the delegates at the National Delegates Conference. So we're foolhardy for me for come and sit on here today and tell you, say, oh, I'll get this or I'll get that. That apart, even after the lower level elections, I will never sit and count my chickens before they are hatched. Why I say so? Now because you deal with mortal man. And over my years in this on earth, I don't know, say mortal man and dynamic, mortal man and deceptive. And 24 hours is a very long time in politics. Today, somebody go to support Mange. Tomorrow, it is support Adeyemi. Maybe the day for the convention, it is support Timbo. Anything can change people. I've seen that. I've observed it. And so for make us sit down and tell you, anytime along this race, say, Osman Timbo, they get 900 delegates or 100 delegates, I must be stupid for that to do that. But at the same time, I know the work I have put in. I know how much the people believe in me as a nation, not just a nation, as a party. I know how they are prepared to vote for me when the time comes.
Honourable Osman Timbo, continue for stay with me inside the program. Plenty for discuss inside the program. We get for respond to some of the issues them way Chief Minister be make, and also during your role na the tripartite committee, and also we get for look at the constitutional amendments and round up on you flag bearer aspiration. The program Good Morning Saloon they continue. We'll go for the short break. We'll continue.
The program na Good Morning Saloon, and they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We come over to we studio guest winner Honourable Osman Timbo. Honourable, government and the review the 1991 Constitution now. So some parts of the 1991 Constitution, and yesterday the AG office they meet with members of Parliament, of which you now one for them for getting our input on the review process where they going right now. What's now you take on the review process so far? We don't start and to the point where it is now.
I think yesterday everything happened a part of the usual procedure in Parliament that when they bring such bills, they get for go to the pre-legislative process. And the pre-legislative process is the process where the post where they bring the bill, in this case, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, they come and explain to everybody. Because, you know, there will come a time when this bill will be committed to the Legislative Committee, who will look at clause by clause and see waiting for put and waiting for pull before being gone to the plenary. When I say plenary, that means that the Chamber of Parliament will all they come and discuss to different readings. Today we actually do the first reading of the bill, where they can put before the House formally. So far what has happened is just usual or normal parliamentary procedure. This bill, I think, a product of the tripartite arrangement. You know, like how the Attorney General been say yesterday, this bill contains provisions pursuant to the recommendations of the tripartite report, as well as conclusions reached during the Justice Cowan-led constitutional review process. We also need for distinguish between the constitutional review process that is ongoing and this one. This one just for do with the electoral laws we're born out of, like I said earlier, the tripartite process. What do we get for do now? And that we accept the bill in good faith, we'll accept it in good faith. We'll look at it for ensure that the agreement will be reached during the tripartite process, because with this tripartite agreement, no one person for say, oh no, now we say this, now we say that. It's called agreement because agreement basically means consensus ad idem, where this is a law term where it means meeting of minds. So two minds don't meet right through all the arguments. The Nayawide. So we have to look at these provisions in line with the tripartite arrangement, as well as the white papers where the Justice Edmund Cowan CRC report's been due. That one also a fellow user because it was put together by all of us and it was quite inclusive. He held a lot of meetings across the nation, okay, and then we reached conclusion. So this is just the start of the process. I want to make everybody pay keen attention, not just members of parliament, but everybody. Me, I feel we need to accommodate every position paper. And I'm happy that yesterday it was said clearly by the clerk of parliament that they're inviting and they're welcoming position papers to be submitted, as well as saying that they go even send people from the clerk's office to people outside the street for ask them what they think. At the same time, I was pleased with the announcement that the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, they also launched a website where they for launch yesterday. I hope so. We'll check them later on for see whether they may actually launch them on this constitutional review process. So for me, it's early days. And I want to make we look at this from a partisan lens. The APC has a position paper we don't prepare already, and we'll be looking at that, okay, because the APC was part of the process, and we'll be going by that position paper. Ultimately, the aim now for ensure we do a constitutional amendment where go last beyond APC SLPP. We will be in the interest of all Sierra Leone. We will ensure what can happen when if the 2023 elections not happen again.
Okay. If you can look at your role where you and some others play in the tripartite recommendation process, but again, back to the constitutional review process where they go now. This bill that don't go to parliament yesterday, that the pre-legislative we are in both sides and make them points them clear as to what the makeup of the bill. And from the inside to play, we see the leader of the opposition come out say if government not look into certain entrenched clauses then go for referendum, they describe that as a kind of treason. You told the same line of your leader?
The leader not say anything different. They just say the law as it did in black and white. There's nothing where he say they were wrong. Section 108.3 talks about waiting for happen. Any bill will get any clause will get something for do with entrenched clauses. That bill in its entirety, and let me say for the echo in my statement, it has to go to a referendum before they can go to the president. At the same time, when you talk about treason, now waiting the constitution provides anybody will attempt for amend any part of that constitution without going through due process, that person in act amounts to an act of treason.
So what about this in a situation they expunge the entrenched clause from the amended constitution?
It's fine. It's fine. That's fine. So if they expunge them, then that makes it a different argument altogether. And I think that's what we're basically saying. That if you bring an entrenched clause, no sentences of the entrenched clause no more will they take and can go to president, or now they take to referendum, not the entire bill. But if you pull the entrenched clauses, and this is where I think Mr. be argue with the Attorney General, because the Attorney General been saying in his submission that these entrenched clauses, I think it'll be 85 and 87, they say, oh, once we've done the arguments, then they pull them. When they pull them, then they take to referendum. No, you cannot do that because it is part of the bill. It is inside. How you would take a document, we get certain portions we get for the entrenched clause. You say, okay, we put them aside. Then we go to the president while the things still lay inside the document. So the documents are one bill and carry, not two separate bills. And in fact, if that bill continue like how we did in present form and bring a kind of parliament, so the name of the bill supposed for even change from constitutional amendment to constitutional referendum bill. So it's two different things altogether, and that's where.
So it means the provisions we entrenched clause for be expunged before it appear in a parliament.
It's up to them what they want to do. But once them being in a parliament, we have to go by what the constitution says.
Now, the provisions them this amended constitution, it gets for do with two documents them according to the Attorney General and Minister of Justice with them pioneer one from the Cowan White Paper and also the tripartite reports or the tripartite recommendations them. You are one of the people them we represent the All People's Congress Party, the tripartite. Whose role Timbo been play during the tripartite committee work for put the recommendations together?
I want to correct you, and everybody will feel that way. I want to say this categorically clear, that Osman Timbo played zero role in the tripartite.
No, I'm not saying you play role. I ask you, say, whose role you play?
No, they say Osman Timbo, me. Okay, so me. If you know, say my name now Osman Timbo. I played zero role in the tripartite process. Zero. I wasn't part of the tripartite committee. I wasn't part of even the technical backstop committee where the party create. I wasn't there. During the negotiations for the agreement for national unity, the national unity agreement, that's where I was a part of the technical committee and not even the negotiating committee. So I had zero role in the tripartite process.
What are the difference between the negotiating committee and the technical committee?
So the negotiating, okay. So in the tripartite process?
Yes.
I just don't tell you. So first distinguish. I'm not the part of the tripartite process. The tripartite process was born out of the Agreement for National Unity. The Agreement for National Unity, 1994, set up a tripartite committee, APC, SLPP, and the one with the middle them, right? Another part of that? Absolutely not. From the day we come out the negotiations, I made it categorically clear that I don't want to be a part of any tripartite process for two reasons. One, I was dissatisfied with the National Agreement for Unity. I not feel say we accommodate better than we go inside it. And number two, as a member of parliament, I may feel say my role supposed to be concentrated on when this report can have parliament. And that's exactly where it is now. So in terms of the role we begin for play as a member of parliament, now that this document reach parliament, now we can see the role we will play from the recommendations of the tripartite committee. Now back to the difference between the technical committee and the negotiating committee for the National Agreement of Unity, National Unity Agreement, right? Will be happening in October 2023. So there are people who put together the papers, position paper. Then people and they, now some people from the negotiating committee as well as the technical committee, technical backstop. After we put them papers together, the position of the party will be include a rerun of the election, release of the data, for let them sack the electoral commissioner and all the electoral commissioners, the inspector general of police, the head of ONS, the Chief Justice. These were some of the recommendations we've been get in the position paper where we put together as a party. But that's what we did. That's the role that we played. And that's where my role stopped. When it comes to negotiating that contract, that even agreement, Osman Timbo was not part of the negotiating team. So at no time did I sit and talk or negotiate on behalf of the APC or on behalf of anybody.
So who say you name come on now? We, according to the chief minister, we say you dey so say you now one of the people we been the first Dr. Samura we imposed or we been the you and Dr. Mara we talk to Samura for ensure say some of these things we in disagree with una put them na the tripartite recommendation.
Unfortunately, I know how to talk about the chief minister.
You know they talk about the chief minister, just they talk about the you clarification.
Let me
how you name them.
I have clarified that. Unfortunately, I brought for Kamia back because now I making statement and talk. But since I did on my media engagement, it happened say I've been go to a sister station of honor the day afterwards, and I had the opportunity for make that known to the public. Notwithstanding that, I want to make reference to the things I said there, with as my response to the things I said. I also want to confirm say they are blatant, malicious lies said by David Senge, the minister or the chief minister of the government of Sierra Leone. That are parts which I want to address today are some of the things that were in keyboard giants them been talk afterwards that not knowing me and say or me and chief minister will not in at the same level. And I want to agree with them that me and the chief minister definitely we not.
Honourable, will not talk about the personal.
No,
we look at the clarification how Honourable Osman Timbo in name come where the chief minister say Timbo and Dr. Mara are the first doctors.
I just told you that. I just told you that they are blatant lies, but at the same time I want to address something with they say. You know, I don't tell you, I don't address that.
One thing when you know,
we are not.
one thing, these allegations they don't make come now. We're only responsible for allegations where they make na 19.
Right.
So allegation when they make na social media, but what in chief minister make na they make they ask you for clarification.
I just did. I clarified that before, and I just don't tell you again.
You say, you say you name you know ever did it, but what you make up of chief minister in statement, and even when you go post na you Facebook page, it come again and respond to you. They say you been Dede, and if it's oh my dear friend Osman Timbo, you are also literal a member of Dr. Samura team. It's a quite shame that you continue to throw him under the bus. You guys offer the technical support, and in the room, I definitely mentioned that I was in Dr. Samura sitting beside me typing. Facts are sticky. You can't run from them. Take responsibility of your support to Dr. Samura. And it is also a lie that you and Dr. Mara refused to sign.
I just don't tell you, so I don't deal with that. I don't want to drag this on. You know, it's not necessary. They're lies. I don't address that in our sister radio station. It's Epic. I also they send people that go check me Facebook and TikTok account, Usman Abdal Timbo. You will see me response there, but I don't want to go to that. What I want to address is this, that yes, I agree. The chief minister is the chief minister. We are not on the same level. I am a politician, maybe he is an administrator. I started winning elections from the Terwade Grammar School. All through my years in senior school, I was elected as class prefect. I was elected president of Integrity Club. I was elected house captain of my house. I went to Parliament and to university. I was elected as a member of the Student Representative Council.
Okay.
The other part, I have won elections. And the only time when me and Chief Minister will compare in terms of being politicians, now when he starts for winning first classroom elections, I have won many elections. I've put myself to the people for them to make a judgment on me. And he has never done it. So in terms of being a politician, I am a politician who has won elections. He has been a beneficiary of the prerogative of one person who is a president. So we're totally different, and lay in media bloggers them.
where they talk about me and in comparing we, let them know say, I am a politician, chief minister and opportunity get for can serve. The time when they serve this nation, when I give up private practice for serve this nation, some people were in school trying to determine what they want to do with their lives. I have been serving this nation ever since. I gave up my life. I gave up private practice and the money we there inside it for serve the poor people. I gave up my life to serve indigent people, disabled people, women, people in communities and over nothing. That is what I did at the time when some people in that school did it.
You Mr. get any personal issue?
He's my friend. Well, I hope he's still my friend. I still consider him as a friend because we don't get long time relationship. And interestingly, this not the man when I was working for Herbert Smith Free Hills, one of the biggest law firms, I was doing secondment with them in England. I remember in 2015, this chief minister picked phone and called me and asked me questions about him wanting to come and work with the President Koroma administration in 2015. I remember the time I just left office na Herbert Smith and I had work along Liverpool Street in England, and he called me to seek my advice on opportunity for like I work for President Koroma under the APC regime.
Inside the program, we come to Honourable Osman Timbo. With inside the program, we come to you 10-point plans them for you flag bearer aspirations, and if you happen to be flag bearer of the APC and within your agenda for Salon people. But we come to the issue of the allegation. This one from Ibrahim Sisse say, with due respect, Honourable Osman Timbo's response avoid the real issue. The politician, the administrator distinction and reference to past matters do not answer the allegation, which is a serious issue of state. As the saying goes, evasion is not a defense. Is Honorable Timbo accepting the allegation? If not, why not clearly deny it? The public deserves clarity.
I just want to say I don't answer this before, and that's the reason why I don't have to spend time again to talk about again and again.
What you did
say in a short, I say very short, that's a lie and a malicious lie. Earlier also, I don't tell you, ask me whose role we are playing in the tripartite process. I don't explain that to you clearly. So unless if somebody now have to listen to that or somebody misunderstand or maybe the person wasn't listening, I don't in so many ways answer this. You don't ask me about my role in the tripartite. I say zero. I wasn't part of the tripartite process. I don't explain to you the role we are playing in the negotiating process. I don't also tell you certain the chief minister saying a blatant, malicious, and deliberate lie. Now a lie about
so
me.
At no point in time, you know, force Dr. Samura?
Definitely no point in time. But I also tell you, say, the chief minister and apostle have been considered a friend. And I don't know see me ever get any problem.
So now when I don't turn...
I don't know. This is a man we quite recently we have been doing consultations in the United States. I reached out to Ram because people were asking me that two young people in the APC and SLPP, they want for you we talk, they want for a little debate. So I reached out to him at the time he was in South Africa when I reached out to him. And tell him, say when I return to Salon, I want to make me an incident and give the people of this nation the opportunity for you two good young people on either side of the aisle. I respect him as somebody who get a lot of intellect, but at the same time, in fact, interestingly, during that time, he agreed that, okay, when I come, we'll never meet up yet, we'll not get a chance yet for make we actually organize that debate between David Senge and Osman Timbo. Notwithstanding, now we do this. I was surprised that he do them, but at the same time, I'm not surprised. Because this Namawi don't pick faith with very strong women them in Boston, where the First Lady of Sierra Leone, Dr. Sylvia Blyden, Yvonne Akisoya, I don't pick fights with these people. So me, I think he's one person who likes fight. Even if you go on a page on Facebook, you see he's always fighting with people.
And he thinks they will have to back don't pick fights.
No. Me, I've moved on. I am way more mature than that fighting. I just don't explain my position, and I also don't understand very well who this person who I was considering a friend and a brother is.
So the friendship still continue?
I feel so from my side.
You don't reach out to us since then?
Now, me reach out the very day we do this, and my attention was drawn to it. I called him because I'm a paddy. But again, I changed my mind. I'm like, okay, if me you talk this privately, and you don't go tarnish my character publicly, then you've gained me. I was also thinking of taking legal action against him, but I'm like, no, it's too much. It's an overkill. If you can't talk on a radio, if you can't talk on a public, I they respond to him back in public. Not because we get plabber, not because being a person really like for do this, but because this is what is equal. From this point, at the big, when I've been doing an epic, I'm like, okay, I don't clear this. But since now this radio station, I can't do them, then I feel it was just right for make a comeback here and can explain for like giving myself the chance for me to ask me the questions, because let the other side be heard. That's the thing. And so that person in question about me evading, I beg the person, a chosen a social media person, let he go na Facebook, let he look for Osman Timbo. He go see me video there of the response, or he go na TikTok, or you go to Epic Radio there.
What's in change your mind from the legal action we want to take against Chief Minister?
Well, because I think say this is sufficient. It's okay. But like I say in me post, I the weigh me options, waiting for do next. So, but I feel this is equal. They talk this publicly, lied to me about me publicly. If I don't come back and don't clarify the situation and don't clear my name.
When the Dr. Samura in name mentioned with the tripartite reports, plenty APC supporters no one for see or hear about Dr. Samura. In fact, in the call electoral justice, some the call and that way. When you name mention that you coerced Dr. Samura, you know one of the people we force and for put then recommendations here together. We've been feel worried about you flag bearer aspiration within the APC.
I was worried about my integrity, the name that I've created, I've built for myself over the years. You know, good name, it'll take a long time for build them. But for letting destroy them, it'll take 1 minute or less. So I feel like waiting this man do was trying to actually tarnish my character. A character that I've built over 40 years. From my born to this day, I've tried to avoid controversy. But incoming can just throw me under the bus with something we unfounded.
Okay. Honourable, let me look at your aspiration for the flag bearer race at the APC party. What are some of your key major areas there where you consider for, say, that could able for pave the way for Osman Timbo for get the symbol at the APC party?
I just noticed it's almost 9 o'clock and the program they come to an end, and I'll be, like I say where I come earlier, I'll be feeling the opportunity that I get for can talk about this. But at the same time, I understand their national issues, things for clear, where not claim me going to. But which I don't do, I don't put together a 10 points, a 10 pillars vision for national renewal. This is not a manifesto, and the manifesto belongs to the party and not to me. But these are certain things that where I get, where I feel like the aspirations of the people, them, from the consultations where I hold across the nation and even internationally outside Sierra Leone. There are 10 points in this pillar. I think apart from this media engagement, I will also really put them together and then circulate them. And maybe the next time we get an opportunity, we will go through them 10 points here properly. But if you allow list them, I could try for
just list them quickly. Do we look at messages then, because the production don't add 10 minutes to the program?
So the
due to
first
technical
one,
challenge will be gets before the program.
Thank you. So the first one we get for uniting this nation, uniting the APC as well as uniting the nation afterwards. I know if we're going to, if Tem could, we will talk about that. The second one get for do with enforcement of law and order, the fight against corruption and the fight against drugs. That's the second one. The third one get for do with a national agenda, a national development plan. We will determine with short, medium, and long term. This one I will explain small because waiting not happen, don't they happen as salon that every party with the kind of power get for carry the manifesto. When APC then have power, when they come out, SLP come and say all within President Koroma and the APC do na rubbish. Native man them. They can scrap or make out within your agenda. When APC bag for kind of power, we're going to do the same thing. So waiting this don't cause now a stop-start system where we're not make progress. But if together, me believe say when we get power, we for sit down together, and me on ambition are that within the first 100 days in office, we they set an all-inclusive committee. We get all political parties, civil society organizations, media groups, all professional groups, traditional, local council group, all demographics, young people, old people, women, disabled people. We all can sit down together on a table and we say, okay, within the short term, within 1-2 years, now this we want to do for this nation. Within the medium term, 5 years to 10 years, now this we want to achieve. Within the long term, 20-25 years, now then we need for do. We take this document afterwards, we can go parliament, we legislate them, we make them law like how the constitution there. So in this case, whether it's APC in power or whether it's SLPP they in power, nothing changes. Everybody get an agenda who they can follow. So that for me is the third one. And the fourth one get to do with the economic revitalization. So everything we suffer from now is because the economy is the way how we do. So how we get to do a private sector led economy, how we get to do industrialization and job creation, how we get for empower and support small and medium enterprises, how we get for create jobs, and how we get for also bring the diaspora for make themselves come and contribute. The fifth one, when a very important one, get for do with effective decentralization. I believe, say, the moment we make development decentralized, we have the law for it. Like I say, Salono not bereft of laws, not to like say we not get laws them. We get the local government's laws where show say plenty of things have been devolved to them councils, yeah. But these are people who, you know, if they give money for it, then do their work there. Other countries, development is channeled through them, placed them there. So for instance, one of the most backward places neglected is Falaba district. So if Falaba district council get their own programs, their own projects that they want to do, then get their own budgets, then get the way how the central government is support this. At the same time, again, international partners supporting them. Then, when you go Falaba district, you're able to get your license there, you're able to get your national ID card, you're able to get whatever facility you get in another big town, you're able to meet an Falaba. And this development is supposed to happen through them, rather than the central government or the Ministry of Local Government taking responsibility for that. That is the way you ensure even distribution of progress in the nation. So you not go say, oh, we APC come, at the Northwest develop. We SLPP come, oh, now at the Southeast develop. We'll bridge that divide with the inside. More, therefore, do with the sectors that we want to pay attention to. We need to pay attention now to agriculture, fisheries, as well as tourism. While at the same time, mining, while it's still there, but mining not for be the primary source of income, because mining is depleting the environment, it's destroying the environment, but at the same time, again, resources where they deplete. You know how much fish we get in our water and how much we they lost. You know how much we will get by just policing our waters and making the fish where they
Honourable, preparing you 10 points now, or you agenda now. Somebody go say don't put the cat before the horse because the APC not even give the flag bearer it.
No, so like I tell you, this is a vision. And like I said at the start, Musa.
You not think say too early?
No. Musa, you need for, we're too good at now this nation for talk about problems. And one thing we go see me do, I for just sit down and say, oh, SLPP no will give you light and no will give you roads, blah, blah, blah. These are problems where everybody's happy. But what makes you different? What makes you unique? Now the solutions the way you can profile. And these are the things where I want for telling us, yes, I don't have the solutions, but for me, conversations with people, and these are the aspirations of everybody. Even you were there, and when I was saying this, you were shaking your head like, yeah, look at the national development agenda. Oh, low focus here. And I also say the manifesto is to be developed by the political party. But this is my vision. And when I win, the manifesto, whether it encompass all of this or not, you will see say not going to be radically different from anything else.
Okay.
I get things we're going to do with education. I get things we're going to do with healthcare. Other things we get for the infrastructure as well as youth and women-led governance.
We get you from time to time for talk on then things also as the flag bearer race the draw closer. But Honourable, what are your campaign budgets in terms of your consultation and your flag bearer aspiration?
I will tell you that I have a budget, a very big budget.
What is it?
I won't tell you. It's part of my strategy. But I'll also tell you that I am well placed for do this. I don't travel across the entire nation. I have done way more than anybody they see, and it is part of my strategy. And I will continue for work in silence. But I know at the end of the day, for people who don't know me, will feel shocked. But for the one that will know me, they know that Timbo is a really deliberate person. Timbo is someone who knows how to walk the talk.
It matters because recently we don't see couple the campaigns. So people will ask about bankrolling in terms of presidential aspirants them, so that somebody no go kind of power and mortgage the resources or any national resources of the country.
So that's where we also miss it. And this is a very big responsibility for us as citizens, whether you're a delegate or you're not a delegate. Waiting for informed decisions what they make now based on message. Nobody know they can be president when a Father Christmas. Anybody will give you money today, who you see today as president. When that person becomes president, that person will not be seeing you or be giving you money to buy your vote. It will not be possible. From a president be a win in 2018, I shall say plenty parts of this country they only see him back, either on television or when he go back for go campaign.
Okay.
As president, you will not be all over the place dishing out monies, which you supposed to be able to do. Now for do policies and programs, we will improve the lives of the people without you removing from your own pocket. Okay. And this is where also Sierra Leoneans have to be mindful. The message is important than the present benefits. Okay. Which will benefit you than you 5,000 today or 1,000 where you don't share the money? How would that change your life compared to possibly being policies and programs? We will change the life of the entire nation.
I would now do not attempt to look at some of the messages that we don't come inside because time not in favor anymore. This one on Facebook for me, stick not was actually consultation is key in our political space, especially consultation which is reflective on all. Political parties should ensure they have a close dialogue in any view or implement so that it can reflect on the ordinary Sierra Leoneans and strengthen our democracy, which is still fragile even though we have made some gains over the years.
This one say Timbo waiting somewhere don't do so we know and even go close to them again.
This one for Ibrahim says, with due respect, Honourable Osman Timbo's response avoids the real issue. The politicians took administrator distinction and references to past matters do not answer the allegation, which is a serious issue of state. As the saying goes, if evasion is not a defense. Is Honourable Timbo accepting the allegation, or if not, why not clearly denying it? The public deserves clarity.
This one from Moku Bangura on Facebook, he say this is the elections of the Gen Zs, and Osman Timbo is the perfect elections that connects the baby boomers, millennials, and the Gen Zs.
This one from Ibrahim Kalon and someone has said, good morning, to democracy. I want to urge the SLP government to handle this constitutional amendment bill with great care. Those of us who have read the political history of this country know that while the SLP is in power now, nothing lasts forever. I urge them to be sincere and to view this through a national lens, not a partisan one.
This was Honourable. I want to know if the amendment can lead us to a referendum, and what are the things that were to be amended led to information of the tripartite committee.
This other one from Mark 10 and England said the Attorney General's Alpha CC has made it clear that this bill will be in plain sight for all to see. This bill will not go directly to a referendum. It will go straight away to Parliament first, and after the voting of Parliament, if the two-third majority is not met, then the referendum will be created. The opposition will be fully involved along the line and will be fully informed. One of the key changes is to fix an unchanging date for both presidents and Parliament.
This one says Osman Timbo is now a matured politician. If the chief minister is making an alleged statement against him, and today he is here to clear the air in person, you are really mature to counter the allegations of the chief minister from Supercaps Food in our Facebook page.
This one from Suleiman say, Timbo, I really admire your composure and delivery. You are a true Regentonian. Good luck.
Okay, this one from me, the last one from me from Mustafa Masako, I say, oh Timbo, who told you that CM has taken fight with women? Your initiation is what is way below the belt, and such should not be coming from you. With the messages, I will come to you for response quickly.
Thank you very much. There are a lot of messages. I will first talk about mistaking you on about the importance of consultation. And for me, from the start of my talk here is about the importance of that. They're not to make any solutions. It's when me and you talk, I hear it from you. There's no Asabidi problems within a Kailaun or the solutions. I have to go to Kailaun, talk to the people of Kailaun for make I understand them problems and the possible solutions. So that's the importance. Somebody talk about why me they shy away from Dr. Samuel Kama. No, I'm not. In fact, I'm not even shying away from the fight for electoral justice. Dr. Samuel Kama and me relationship, he made it clear to me that it goes beyond politics. It's a familial relationship that me in a family, so that's way bigger than anything. And Dr. Samuel Kama is one person I always want to seek advice from, even when I ready for resign for my position. He's one person where I've been consult, like I've been tell people that I was doing consultations. He's one person. I still consider him as somebody who get a lot of experience, and I always want for the tap on experience. So we have a very good relationship. The third question is the one we get for do with. I think the same question you asked me about me evading the question, and I asked the person for making listen this entire program, the entirety of the program, as well as also refer them to me Facebook and TikTok accounts for making see the answers with the day. There are many more questions we have to do with the constitutional amendment process. I think we'll all explain that adequately. And I also want to confirm that the APC is willing to participate in this, but the APC will not encourage anything that seems partisan in nature and in content. Will not accept that, because we're doing a constitution that very soon now we get for come and implement. So I think in a nutshell, unless there's something I don't miss, the others are complimentary. I want to say thank you to the people who say that, and whether they're complimentary or derogatory, I still accept all of them, that Naden kind way are so we're able to improve democracy. So thank you.
So stand up, Salon, make we voice echo. Timbo na the joy.